like 21, it's a knife. Bust a left, I got drunk and took a right. I'm so high, you fuck with me, I'll take your life. And then take your life, bring you back to fuck her twice. Ay. I'm in the cut, oh yeah, she wanna fuck, oh yeah, that little bitch cutthroat, yeah, she give me deep throat, yeah, stitch like Lilo, combination no cheat code, yeah, I got the G code, gun gon' sing on glee mode, yeah.
Hey, what's up guys, welcome to another video. In today's video we're going to be talking about my experience working at Target, and I've been making like a lot of these videos talking about my past jobs or like when I'm currently working a job or whatever. But I have to say, surprisingly, somehow Target's probably one of my favorite jobs I've had. It's really just show up and just do some shit and you get paid. It's not like it's sometimes hella boring when there's not a lot of shit to do, but it's not like one of those jobs either where you're like overboarded with a whole bunch of shit and you just feel like you're getting waterboarded your whole fucking shift. But pretty much no, it definitely is some weird shit. Like, definitely if you shop at any of your local Targets, there's always weird ass shit going on. But I don't know why, but in my town, it's like the HQ for homeless people, and it's probably similar in a lot of towns. I'm probably not just the only one. But this HQ for the homeless people, you know, you got them outside fucking asking for money. Those these homeless people, I don't want to say they don't have a newborn child. I kind of hope they fucking don't, since the fact they're fucking homeless and they every time they come in they reek like shit, and if they reek like shit, God forbid how the baby could smell. But they're probably lying saying they have a newborn baby to get extra money. But either way, they just sit out there with the little signs and shit. They don't really usually cause a problem. Sometimes we're weird as fuck. Since I'm a cart attendant and a backup cashier, sometimes I have to go out and get carts. Luckily, we have a cart pusher. Now the plus side of working at Target. If you work at a place like Grocery Outlet and shit, yes, you're not pushing as much carts, and yes, it's usually a smaller parking lot. Or even, I think places like Walmart have cart pushers as well. But the bigger franchises that bigger parking lots, more shopping carts and shit, they have a cart pusher, and that shit's easy. Just don't hit a fucking car. But pretty much, sometimes they'll like dig through it thinking they'll like get some shit. Like one homeless dude stole a car wheel, but it's like the wheel that locks it, so even if he put it on something, it'd be locked. So we had this thing, so if you try to take our shopping carts out of our fucking parking lot, cough the homeless people, it locks up, so then they can't steal our shopping carts. But pretty much it's just like the job is usually you got your weirdos that come in sometimes, but it's usually pretty cool and pretty chill, and really most people that come in don't cause a problem or anything. But I remember one time, dude, tell me I might be smoking crack. Like, there might be small violins now that you could connect to a speaker or whatever the fuck. But there was this bitch. Well, at first it started with this one dude playing the violin, but it was getting played off of a speaker. So I was thinking, I'm like, when could violins plug into a fucking speaker, you know? So I'm like, this dude's faking it. And everyone was like, oh my god, he's really doing it. And I'm like, you motherfuckers. Like, I remember I looked over and I didn't even see like a wire possibly connected or anything. It just looked like a normal fucking violin, and he had a Bluetooth speaker. And I'm like, these motherfuckers stupid. And later on, I think some people saw him because there was this family that sometimes comes in our parking lot. I kind of feel bad for them, but at the same time, they don't look completely fucking homeless. But they come in the parking lot, and instead of maybe getting like a job at Target or getting a job, they just go in the parking lot and they're just like, hey, we need money. I have kids, and they got their kids with them and shit. It's really actually pretty fucking sad, pretty fucked up for the kids. But this lady had her kid faking the violin. I'm like, what the fuck? So you got that shit going on. But then, let alone, like, that's not even the weirder shit. That's just kind of the more goofier shit. the weird shit that goes on is the amount. I don't know, it might change from location to location, or this might just be a Target thing. But every homeless person, I don't know what's up with them. They love the Target bathrooms when it comes to doing no drugs. Like, I've seen belts in there. So if you see a belt on the bathroom floor, like, motherfuckers, if they're paying for a belt, they're gonna, like, take it home with them. Or if it's a little belt, they're gonna take it home with them. Like, belts are useful. So you know that motherfucker shooting up in that bitch. And it's not like the school shooter way, you know, the drug way, you know? And that shit's kind of nasty, you know? And then sometimes they will, most of the time, smoke crack. And how you know if someone's smoking crack in your vicinity, around you or in your vicinity? I'm trying to use English and it's not working for me. But how to tell if someone's smoking crack in your area? You know, you're at a party or whatever. You will smell burnt peanut butter. The second you smell burnt peanut butter, that shit crack or meth or whatever the fuck. It's not good, you know? So if you're ever smoking with a friend and they're like, hey, rip this shit, and it smells like burnt peanut butter, don't rip it. You're gonna become a fucking crackhead. So either way, 2 weeks into working this job, again, I've been working this job for a couple months now, and I really enjoy it. It's not that bad. But like 2 weeks in, this dude fucking ODs in the bathroom, and I guess this is like a normal thing at Target. I remember the night it happened, I was kind of like, whoa, that was kind of crazy. And like, oh, it happened like 2 months ago. But like, again, you're not supposed to do this, but I do it. Again, anyone that works at Target, don't be a fucking snitch. Like, come on, I need my job. But I'll sometimes, like, when I take my piss, I'll go hit my vape in the stall. And I saw this dude fucking stumbling and moaning. Like, dude, I was, like, moaning like if he was getting, like, the fucking Glock 9000 from a bitch, you know? Like, just like she was doing, like, fucking 360s on that shit. And he's, like, stumbling and shit. And I'm like, go to like the other card attendant I'm working with, and I'm like, I think there's like a dude tripping like balls in the bathroom. And my manager goes in there and shit, and then ends out like the fire department or some shit ends up coming. And I remember until once I clocked out, I didn't even see the dude exit the bathroom. So I don't know if he died, but I definitely know he didn't have a good fucking time. I remember hearing them be like, hey, wake up, all that shit. And usually, like, I don't know, you don't really know the person, and to be honest, you can't really stress on the person, because since you don't know them and all that shit. But it is sad to see that kind of shit, and it is kind of shitty to see, like, have to deal with that when you're working, definitely when that's not really on the job fucking description, like, hey, you're gonna be cashing out customers, and you're gonna be pushing cards, and when you go use the bathroom, there's gonna be people ODing. Like, again, that's not really something they can control, but either way, it's just nasty as fuck. And also, fun fact, I guess I found out, and this makes sense, when they take too fat of a hit of crack or whatever, it's almost like a laxative or something. If they take too big of a hit and they get high too fast, they will shit themselves, or they will take the fattest shit of their lives, or whatever the fuck. And I can say that is true, because sometimes some of the this sounds weird, but pretty much the crackheads go in the stall, smoke the crack for like 30 minutes, and then after I'm done pushing cards or whatever, I get a time to go use the bathroom and hit my vape or whatever. Some of the shits they fucking leave are like massive. Like, I'll see the toilet try flush it down, and the toilet's struggling. Like, the toilet's like, help me, like fucking dying. And these are like super toilets. These aren't like your average home toilets. These are like your super toilets, like supposed to suck all that shit down just in case if some dumbass little kid wants to try to clog the toilet, whatever. So I'm like, dude, what does this dude do? Like, shit out his fucking intestines and shit. It's just fucking crazy. But either way, I would say, like, Target's not a bad job. Like, if you're in high school, gotta make some money, save up, or whatever. Or, like, you know, you just try and find something new, and you want to fucking work at Target, it's not that bad. Like, again, it's not a job that I'm going to be like, oh, I'm going to be working here for the next 5 years. Like, maybe I might work there 2 years tops and try to find something better. But for something that, like, right now, it's good. It helps me out because technically I used to work at Five Guys, and pretty much at Five Guys, the one I worked at, they broke every rule in the book besides physical harm on me. It's a long story to explain. I made videos on it and shit like that, but pretty much besides that, in between, like, you know, trying to find a better job, I worked at another place, like this boot store. It was good, but they had commissions, and they didn't give me a lot of hours. It was like my first retail job, so my paychecks were like dog shit. Then I tried to have 2 jobs while working at Target, and I just ended up just sticking with Target and being like, fuck my second job. But I'm gonna try to get hooked up on DoorDash and all that shit, because now I finally have a fucking whip, which is nice. I finally have a whip again, so hopefully I don't fuck this shit up. I fucked up my last whip, but that shit was old as fuck. But again, still my fucking fault. But again, note, that shit was like it was an Oldsmobile 1999. Them brakes were not that good. But besides that, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye, guys.
I ain't with the drama. You can be my llama. Riding with 300 bar.